Good morning, everybody. Hope you're taking care of you. Hope you're living your cognitive rampage. Pretty sure you are. I figured the gym to be a fit place to do today's rampage, actually. Because what I'm going to challenge you to do is kind of like mental training. Well, it is mental training. Dollar Mental Health Club's coming soon, don't worry. DollarMentalHealthClub.com, by the way. So as you may be in the gym this afternoon or doing your physical workout, I want you to think about how much time you actually put into your mental workout. And I don't mean just thinking. Worrying is definitely not a mental workout. You could consider worrying to be more like indulging in too much sugar, maybe. So what I mean by real mental training is what tools and strategies are you using in your mental game day to day that help your life? I'm going to give you one. And it's right from psychology, directly from science related, right? I'm pulling from Albert Ellis and other cognitive practitioners, so I don't sound like many speakers and Facebook philosophers that, say stuff like it's their own. How you doing? I'm doing a live video too, so there's always somebody a part of a lesson, so it's cool. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's mental training, really.
Oh, I see.
You're about to get your physical training on. So, pulling directly from Albert Ellis and those cognitive practitioners, I'm going to challenge you today to some mental training. Kind of a workout to see if you can do it. See how long you can do it. Maybe you catch yourself not being able to do it. So what I'm going to talk about is rational versus irrational thinking. You hear a lot of people talking about irrational beliefs and things like that. Mind you, all of these people are pulling from Ellis and the cognitive practitioners. So I want you to consider something. I wrote about it in my book, actually. I call it determinant words, and I quote Ellis and others. But there's certain words that simply have a basis in irrationality. So the list of those words, I'll see if I can remember them all, but it's words like always, everyone, all the time, must, Ellis used to call that masturbation, should not, try, etc. These are all irrational words, right? But we choose our dialogue most of the time on purpose to emphasize how we think we should feel. So you may even find that when you say these words, your body actually doesn't want to say them. You may say, you always do this to me, or this video will never end, etc. Well, it's like your body knows not to say it. Because if someone's always doing something to you, well, there's a lot of seconds in a day, and they would have to be doing that to you every second of the day, literally. But what we do is we feel a certain way, so we think of things that justify what we think we should feel, annoyed, bothered, hurt, etc. And so then, being the sly devil humans that we are, we choose language in our mind and our thinking that then emphasizes how we believe we should feel based on a situation. That's a lot of info to take down. So look at how many times you may use a determinant word. I want you to challenge yourself not to worry about curse words so much. Even in my book, I say the only true curse words are determinant words. Because they can really, what you're really trying to do is predict the future with some awfulized perception. This always happens to me. We're never going to make it. Everyone thinks, or this happens all the time. All of those are not true. Especially saying the statement, that's just who I am. But I challenge you today not to use any determinant words. Always, must, all the time, should, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, should. I call that shoulding all over yourself. Can't, try, have to, supposed to. I think that's about all of them. So, challenge what you're thinking. The way we can change how we think is by changing the words that we create to create the feeling, the words that we choose to use. So if you're using words like always, never, must, all the time, you may find yourself awfulizing. That's to pull from Ellis again. is that we masturbate. I must be successful. I must get this client. I must get this job. I must be in a relationship. I must. You understand masturbation? So your mental training for today, if you will, in the mind is challenge yourself not to use any determinant words. Find it in your small speaking as well. Where you may find it, you use it a lot is when you're in the middle of an argument or when you find yourself upset. Maybe even when you find yourself really happy. But what we do is emphasize the feeling we think we should have based on what we believe. And based on what we believe, we create thoughts. Those thoughts then create our feelings. So if you want to change feelings, you have to change what you think. To change what you think, you got to change what you believe. But you got to know what you believe. That's your mental training today. I may do another one some other time soon. But anyway, the second book will be out in about 2 weeks probably. 2 weeks, something like that. The Cognitive Rampage Medication Adjustment Tour is on. We're pulling out April 2nd, driving straight to LA. We got the fifth wheel trailer that I'll be living in, pulling it with my Ford F-150 across the United States, stopping at major universities along the way to get the real facts and the real research behind the top mental health diagnosis and treatments. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know about depression, PTSD, addiction, anxiety, bipolar, ADHD, PTSD. That's what I'm going to go talk to these experts about, the ones actually training the doctors, the psychiatrists, the neurologists, etc. And I want to know. I'm going to ask the tough questions. How do we know? What is a mental health diagnosis? How do you prove that? Can we measure dopamine? What do we really understand about these things? And what treatments are working and what are not? But from here to LA in 30 days, April 2nd to May 2nd, pulling out of Orlando, Florida. Yeah, looking forward to it. And I'm just going to be living in the fifth wheel too, so it's an actual podcast. So the trailer itself, thank you, Coachman, is the pod itself. So it's the podcast that we'll be using to travel to universities and talk to those people. But that medication adjustment tour is soon coming. Also, for all the Tribe of Change members that are in there and the ones I've asked over the last couple days to begin blogging, the website, adamlowry.com or cognitiveRampage.com, will have a new page going up called the Tribe of Change, and in that you're going to be able to read some amazing bloggers, some really unique writers that I've been watching and reading for a while. So we look forward to that. Again, I told you in the beginning, Dollar Mental Health Club is launching actually the day that we pull out on the tour. So April 2nd, we reveal the beta testing of Dollar Mental Health Club as we head out on the medication adjustment tour. Yeah, and around then the book will be out too. So hope you're taking care of you. Hope you live in your cognitive rampage. Love you.